Recently, I caught up with an old friend and she was telling me that she got divorced. And I was so surprised because her and her husband were such a cute couple and they had been together for 11 years. So I asked her, like, what happened? I figured something bad happened. She's like, honestly, I was just bored. Like, my husband, all he did was work. I was a stay-at-home mom. We had
shaking my fucking head.
3 kids and I just
it's her friend,
got lonely and bored. And she says that when she would bring it up, like, he would take her out, but it was just boring to her. Like, she needed some excitement in her life. She just felt like she was just a mom and a wife, and her husband just wasn't doing that for her. And she had other friends that had, you know, boyfriends, or like they had just got married, and they were always going out, always going on vacation, always partying, like going to the club, going to the bar, hanging out with friends, and they did none of that. And when she would bring it up to her husband would always tell her, like, I gotta work. Like, you know, they had a big house, they had nice things, like, he was just trying to work. So they ended up getting divorced, and now, you know, she's single, she lives alone, she's working, and she's dating. So then I told her, oh, well, that must be exciting, like dating and stuff. And she's like, no, I fucking hate it. And I was like, why? And she's like, because all they want to do is just have fun.
And again, it's all about, like, these bitches being happy. I ain't gonna lie. I done met a lot of people when like, the nigga is just the perfect nigga, to the point when I look at the nigga and I be like, yo, bro, it's coming for you. Pause. Like, it's coming. Like, I know she finna do you the worst way because you're too good to her, my nigga. And I'm not saying a man shouldn't be good to his bitch. I'm just saying, like, yo, you could be good to your bitch, but also anticipate. Like, I hate when niggas be blindly good to their bitch. Blindly. Thinking nothing will ever go left. Bro, she's on the media. She on the gram. She on X. She on Facebook. She on TikTok. Women are never satisfied. Nothing makes them happy, my nigga. Momentary happiness, of course. For the moment. Yeah, of course a bitch could be happy for the moment. But in regards of, like, long-term happiness, it's not a thing for these hoes. Again, we're talking about the majority, not the minority. Of course, there's girls that could be happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's good women out here. Don't get it twisted. There's great women out here. And there's a lot of dudes that be fucking up some great women, and I do not agree with that. Like, ain't nothing more dishonorable than a man that mistreats or treats poorly or cheats or does anything that is harmful to a good woman. I do not condone anything of the sort. At all. But when these bitches on the gram, on the media, Facebook, X, gram, things of that nature, like, a girl is always thinking there's a new plateau for her to reach. Mind you, when she got with you, she said, yo, this is what I need to be. This is the nigga I need to be with. Eventually, she started looking at the gram. She's like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I could do way better than this. No, you probably can't do better than that. But you assuming such because what you're seeing on the gram, bro, you get on the gram, bro, you always gonna think you behind some shit. You always gonna think you left behind some shit. Because the gram is constantly progressing. You're always gonna keep running into shit that you feel like it's greater than, like people are living a greater life than what you got going on. Shit make you depressed. Bro, you living a good life. You're breathing air. You woke up this morning. You should be grateful for those things. But once you get on the gram, you start getting no types of depressed. Like, yo, I'm not doing enough. Yes, you are. You're doing just fine. You're good. You're doing just fine. But you got to stop comparing your life to the gram. Bitches always compare their life to the gram. However the relationships are, when she in her little explore page, she's expecting that type of shit. That's what this comment right here, right? Poll, fucking period, shishini, whatever. Nothing makes her happy. Nothing really makes them happy because they always looking or what else they could do. In regards to, like, yo, what's the best situation what's the best situation that I could get on? Like, what is the best, most beneficial dick that I could hop on? Right? The man will sacrifice his happiness for the female. The woman will sacrifice the family. That's a fact. Nigga, I always call it the saying, happy wife, happy life. Yes, happy wife, happy life, because if she's not happy, she's going to make everybody else around her miserable. It's the facts, right? Rita Leaf said, yo, dude, you need a girl that softens you. Of course, that's bad in some cases if you're hustling, but you need someone to come back home to come back home. I agree. That's true. But yo, it's how I told you, we live in an environment where this nigga like okay, I'll give you an example. I'm running into a girl. It seems like she's a good girl. She's clicking on those cylinders, but her friends are hoes. So now you start questioning, yo, is she a whore in disguise? You don't know. A girl could be a good girl. She's surrounded by a girl could be a good girl surrounded by a group of 4 females. She's number 5. 4 are whores. How can you tell the difference if she's not a whore now? And even if you fucking with her, you start questioning things because you know how it is, bro. Like I've been in group chats with females, like all females, 5, 6 females, and I'm in a group chat with the bitch. Bro, they be talking all types of wild shit, sucking cock, all types of good shit, and I don't judge. And I will always keep the secrecy of what was said on those chats because I have that type of level of respect when I'm able to keep things discreet, respect. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to tell you is that you just don't know, brother. You seen what I've seen, you just don't know. You cannot tell the difference. You're not able to differentiate. And then you start questioning yourself, yo, should I really give this bitch my time? Because she might be deceiving me. All her friends are whores. What makes her any different than her friends? So you're put in certain positions where you start questioning shit. So you can never actually be 100% invested on a bitch because you're worried about a lot of shit. That makes it tough. That makes it hard. It ain't easy dating out here. In the US, it's not easy. Especially when you're in the East Coast, right? When you're talking about New York, VA, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, motherfucking Florida. Like, yo, this is where we at right now. I lived in Montana for a few years. It's a little more, you can read more in between the lines over there. So I'm not trying to say, like, I done ran across good women. I know good women. Not saying that there's not a possibility of a nigga like me being able to find a partner, et cetera, et cetera. Yo, Raider Leaf said, yo, like I would literally choose to not ever have sex with my future wife if she would always be there for me, help me grow, and is someone who's always there to comfort and hold at the end of the night. Because nowadays most men try to act like they don't feel emotions, and they are so stoic and impenetrable. Yeah, my bad, I'm late, right? But yeah, never needing any counter push to help them, but it's not true, and it never was, right? Again, in the perfect world, what you're saying is right, dude. I used to think just like this before I started running through these hoes. But unfortunately, we're not living in this perfect society. We're not living up to the perfect standard that we're expected to live by. Like when you read the Bible and things of that nature. Because I read the Bible a lot when I was young. A lot. But then once you start to see that society all around you is fucked up, you have to adapt, my nigga. Call it what it is. Of course, what do you mean by that? That sounds wrong. You should never abandon your beliefs. I didn't abandon my beliefs. But I'm living in society more than anything else. Like I have to adapt to the environment. Calling it what it is, right? A lot of this shit that I be doing, bro, a lot of this shit, man, I don't want to do this shit, but I have to. I have to lay down the law. I have to rule with an iron fist. I have to. My hand is being forced. Come on. Calling it what it is.
We can't win.
Recently, I caught up with an old friend and she was telling me that she got divorced. And I was so surprised because her and her husband were such a cute couple and they had been together for 11 years. So I asked her, like, what happened? I figured something bad happened. She's like, honestly, I was just bored. Like, my husband, all he did was work. I was a stay-at-home mom. We had 3 kids and I just
it's her friend,
got lonely and bored. And she says that when she would bring it up, like, he would take her out, but it was just boring to her. Like, she needed some excitement in her life. She just felt like she was just a mom and a wife. And her husband.
And then the excitement, again, the excitement connects all to Instagram, bro. Like these bitches be on the gram, bro, thinking that they could do better than what they got going on. In reality, yeah, they possibly could, but why would you take that risk? Women take the risk, like, yo, fuck it, I could do better. It's because they're comparing the life to Instagram, that excitement. Like women, like you treat them too good, bro. You give them great treatment. They start getting bored behind this shit. Oh. Pause. Oh, that was a little wild, but yeah, they start getting bored behind this shit, bro. Women get bored when you treat them good. You know what women love the most? When she think you're cheating on her. When she think you don't really like her no more. When she start thinking about problematic situations, when she think you're cheating on her, and now she got to play detective and get on Instagram and ask you a million questions. Women like nowadays it's toxic, but nowadays women find that shit as entertainment. They find that as more entertainment as you actually treating her good. Women are more in it for the entertainment than the actual love and the actual good things behind the relationship. By good things, I mean in regards of connection, respect, loyalty, things of that nature. Women don't give a fuck about those things no more. They care to a degree, of course, but they mostly worried about the drama that come with it, the entertainment, the things that could keep it engaged in a negative way. Not that things that are gonna keep it engaged, like gifts, you taking care of her, making sure she's good, and making sure you're always solidifying her mind in regards to like, yo, I will never leave you. Give you that little comfort and words of affirmation and things of that nature. I really don't give a fuck about that shit no more, bro. They don't give a fuck about that shit no more.
Just wasn't doing that for her. And she had other friends that had, you know, boyfriends, or like they had just got married, and they were always going out, always going on vacation, always partying, like going to the club, going to the bar, hanging out with friends, and they did none of that. And when she would bring it up to her husband would always tell her, like, I gotta work, like, you know, they had a big house, they had nice things, like.
Mind you, this nigga trying to get shit done for the bitch. Now I'm working. If I don't work, nigga, this shit, all this shit gonna fall apart. And the bitch still complaining about a nigga putting in pain. You can't make this shit up.
He was just trying to work. So they ended up getting divorced. And now, you know, she's single, she lives alone, she's working, and she's dating. So then I told her, oh, well, that must be exciting, like dating and stuff. And she's like, no, I fucking hate it.
Not satisfied. Was married, was living a good life, was being taken care of, was not happy about that. Now she's dating, not happy about that either. What the fuck do you want? What the fuck do you want, my nigga?
And I was like, why? And she's like, because all they want to do is just have fun.
Can you blame when you run into niggas in their prime? Niggas that probably don't ran through bitches like you, that they treated well, etc. And then you ended up leaving them because you wanted to have fun and you thought you could do better, my nigga. Now you run into niggas, I bet, yo, I just want to run through you. Because nigga, I've ran into a bitch like you multiple times and they left me. But now fuck it, I'm on the phase that I'm running through hoes. Can you blame a nigga? Can you blame a nigga for real? Yo, Ray Leaf said, yo, bro, the world is not perfect. I'm not saying every girl is good, but not every girl is bad. Trust me. Once you see the world as good, it will turn good. Once you give a girl a chance who did something with your friend, you realize how good of a person she is. Just because she slept with someone doesn't not make her some come on, bro, some unrepairable person who sleeps around. Almost every girl has much more to them. Don't make their vision so slim. Just see her sleeping with someone and not everything else. I understand you, buddy, but I just cannot 100% agree with that statement. Can't do it.